Good day everyone, Merchita Second Bibalaba, and for today's video, I'll be discussing 15 expensive ingredients all around the world. So the first one we have here is Caciocavallo Puddilico. Caciocavallo cheese is one of the most popular cheeses in Italy and is famous for its signature elongated shape. In Caciocavallo family, there is one kind that is so rare that at the time it can be even more expensive than the finest Parmigiano. This special type of Caciocavallo is made with raw milk of Puddilica cattle, a rare breed of cattle confined to a few areas where water is scarce and survival is difficult. Moving on to the next ingredient, we have here edible gold. And yes, it is a real gold, but it's so incredibly thin that it isn't insanely expensive. It's still certainly a luxury item though. A pack of 5 sheets that are about 3 by 3 inches each sells online for $24. To give you some perspective on how thin the stuff is, a gold bar the size of a pack of gum can be turned into a gold leaf the size of a football field. The next one we have is molasses. One of the key factors behind the high demands of molasses is increasingly consumption of convenience food and ready-to-eat meals. The bakery industry is expanding at a rapid pace worldwide, and it is also benefiting the molasses market. This is because various food applications make use of molasses as stabilizing agents. Another important factor at aiding the growth of global molasses market is the production rate of the sources of molasses such as sugar beet and sugar cane. The lighter grades of molasses made from sugar cane are edible and used in baking, making candy, and making rum. Next one we have is Iranian pistachio. It has a reputation of its high quality and wonderful taste worldwide. Iranian pistachio have a world-famous flavor due to having rich contents of unsaturated oil that can be improved by roasting at higher temperatures. The next one we have here is white truffle mushrooms. There is something undeniably intoxicating about the smell of truffles. In fact, that potent smell is a major part of why truffles are so expensive. One of the most important things to remember with truffles actually is because they grow below ground and because of their life cycle. They need to be eaten so they can say they want to tease us. The next ingredient we have here is maple syrup. In Europe, the type 3 syrup mainly produced is birch syrup, which allegedly tastes more like a medicine. Maple syrup tastes very sweet but has a nice smoky flavor. It's great for dressing pancakes, waffle, meat such as bacon, and is quite versatile in baking. It carries minerals such as calcium, magnesium, manganese, zinc, potassium, and iron among others. It can be used in place of regular sugar such as sweetener in baking or drinks, and has low glycemic load of brown sugar. The next ingredient we have is the most expensive fruit of all time, Yubari melons. Recently in 2020, a pair of Yubari melons was sold for 2.7 million yen. That's about 25,000 US dollars during the first auction of Sapporo Central Wholesale Market in Hokkaido, Japan. Safe to say, no fruit, however delicious, should cost that much. However, it goes to show that Japan treats their fruits, especially melons and strawberries, like jewelry. Its value is not only appreciated in flavor but also in material form and amount of time being put to raise the most beautifully looking and most delicious tasting melons, the best version of its kind. However, that doesn't mean that all Yubari melons are crazily expensive and unaffordable. Like anything else, there are different grades of melons. The next ingredient we have is Madagascar vanilla bean, also known as Bourbon vanilla. Madagascar vanilla comes from the same plant as the same basic flavor notes as Mexican vanilla. The only significant difference is that in Mexico, the plant is pollinated by bees, and in Madagascar, humans need to pollinate the flowers, leading to its higher price. Vanilla's leading flavor is due to presence of vanillin, an organic compound that delivers those signature sweet, warm, and creamy flavors. Madagascar vanilla bean has higher concentration of vanillin than beans from other countries. Other reasons why Madagascar vanilla beans are so richly flavored. The next ingredient is saffron. Even in the expensive world of spices, saffron stands out. A real saffron can cost you over $10,000 per kilogram. It's because no machine can do a delicate work required to harvest these thin threads. It can take 40 hours of hard manual labor to produce 1 kilogram of high-quality saffron. The next ingredient we have is Ceylon cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon is native to just one region of the world, and producing it requires hours of delicate work. Even the most skilled workers can make only a few pounds of quills a day. A pound of cinnamon quills can cost $27, but not all spices labeled cinnamon are Ceylon variety. Many in Western markets are actually cheaper types of cinnamon called cassia. Cinnamomum verum, also called true cinnamon or Ceylon cinnamon, is more expensive and difficult to find cinnamon variety. Ceylon has a lighter, sweeter flavor than cassia. The next ingredient we have is almas caviar. This type of caviar is sold for $25,000. Almas itself in Russia means diamonds. The Persians were the first group of people to consume sturgeon eggs on a regular basis. They believe the delicacy of almas caviar increased the physical strength and endurance of those who eat it. According to the World Guinness Book of Record page, almas caviar is produced from eggs or rare albino sturgeon fish that are around 60 to 100 years old. The next ingredient we have is truffles. Truffles are seasonal, which is why it has a high cost of scarcity of the produce. Extremely difficult to grow and makes many years to cultivate. They also have a short life shelf, and truffles requires very specific climate to grow and requires a lot of oak trees. That's why they're often found in woodland. The next ingredient we have is Wagyu ribeye. Wagyu beef is one of the most expensive meats in the world, produced in Japan and prized for its rich marbling and buttery taste. High-grade Wagyu can cost up to $200 per pound, and the cows themselves can sell for as much as $30,000. We have tackled about the Wagyu cow, which has the most expensive beef in the world. Now let's proceed to the most expensive pork, which is Iberico pig. The meat is more flavorful, more juicy, and very distinctive. Furthermore, the predominantly acorn diet of pigs give a very particular flavor to the pork. You can taste a unique nutty flavor in Iberico pork, which makes the meat very special. Iberico pork meat is the richest pork you can find. And last but not the least, and the most shocking ingredient is kupi luwak. Kupi luwak is made from coffee bean plucked from civets feces. This is a bad news for civets because it's the world's most expensive coffee, and it's made from poop, or rather made from coffee bean that are partially digested and then pooped out by a civet. A civet is a cat-like creature that lives in the wild. With the price range between $35 and $100 a cup, or about $100 to $600 a pound, Kopi Luwak is widely considered to be the most expensive coffee in the world. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope you've learned something from it. I'll see you guys soon. This is Richie the Second B Balaba, signing off.